Afiba and Celine, two young women full of life and dreams. They vanished without a trace, swallowed by the bustling city of Aba. Afiba and Celine, two young women full of life and dreams. They vanished without a trace, swallowed by the bustling city of Aba. Their disappearance sent shockwaves through their families and entire Africa. It was as if they had simply vanished into thin air. Afiba, a vibrant and ambitious businesswoman, had a bright future ahead of her. Celine, known for her infectious laughter and kind heart, brought joy to everyone she met. They were inseparable, two peas in a pod. On April 27, 2024, Andrew Ochekwo invited Celine, a Nigerian citizen, and her friend Afiba, a Ghanaian citizen, to spend the weekend with him in Aba, Abia State, Nigeria. Afiba, who was visiting her friend Blessing Onyinye in Port Harcourt, accompanied Celine to Aba. On April 28, 2024, Afiba sent an SOS message to Blessing claiming they had been kidnapped by Andrew. Despite exchanging multiple messages, including Afiba sending her location, communication was abruptly cut off. Unfortunately, Blessing did not promptly alert the authorities or Afiba's family. Days turned into weeks, hope fading with each passing hour. The weight of their absence pressed down on their loved ones, a suffocating blanket of despair. What happened to Afiba and Celine? The question echoed through their families' minds and entire nation of Nigeria and Ghana. The police investigation, slow and shrouded in secrecy, offered little solace. Leads ran cold. Witnesses proved elusive. The case grew colder with each passing day, the trail growing fainter. The disappearance of Afiba and Celine became a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of life, the fragility of existence. The police, on the other hand, has been compromised, as they have been accused of corruption by the family of the missing girls. It was a story that demanded to be told, a mystery that begged to be unraveled, egged. In the desperate hours after Afiba and Celine's disappearance, a glimmer of hope emerged from the digital abyss. A message sent from Afiba's phone, a desperate plea for help. SOS, we've been kidnapped, it read. The crucial SOS message was withheld from the authorities and Afiba's family for 48 hours, during which Andrew remained at large. Law enforcement did not immediately apprehend Andrew, and it wasn't until May 7, 2024, that authorities arrived at his residence to arrest him. Andrew barricaded himself inside, denying the kidnapping allegations. and asserting that the girls had left his home on the morning of April 28, 2024. After intense negotiations led by Commander Oracle, the head of anti-kidnapping department of NPF in Aba, Andrew was arrested in the early hours of May 8, 2024. The police subsequently conducted a search of his home and transported Andrew to the state police headquarters in Umuahia.
When Blessing finally came forward with the message, it was too late. The trail had gone cold, the delay proving fatal. Why did Blessing wait? Was it fear, confusion, or something more sinister?
The delay in reporting the SOS message became a cruel twist in the case. This single act have now landed Blessing as the prime suspect, a source of immense frustration and anger for the families. The police investigation, sluggish from the outset, seemed to be going nowhere. The families of Afiba and Celine, desperate for answers, encountered a wall of silence. The officers, indifferent and detached, appeared more interested in protecting their own than in finding the missing women. Their actions, or lack thereof, raised more questions than answers. Was this incompetence or a deliberate attempt to obstruct justice? The families suspected the latter. Rumors of police corruption swirled, whispers of a cover-up. Evidence, if there was any, seemed to disappear into thin air. Witnesses clammed up, afraid to speak out against those sworn to protect them. The police station, meant to be a beacon of hope, felt more like a den of secrets. The families, their trust shattered, refused to be silenced. They demanded justice, their voices growing louder with each passing day.
The IG of police set up a high-power investigative team and informed Nigeria to hear back from him in 2 weeks, now over 4 weeks, and the police chief have responded to the public nether. Do we hear from the investigative panel he set up? People of Ghana are thinking Nigeria police are hiding something, but was that the case?
The families, however, were not convinced. They continued to push for answers, their determination unwavering. As the investigation into Afiba and Celine's disappearance floundered, a new tragedy struck. Andrew Ochekwo, a flamboyant British businessman accused of kidnapping them, who was arrested and have spent 2 weeks in jail, died in police custody as he was being transported to Abuja in a questionable condition. And murder along the way, the IRT squad that extracted him from Abia State on fake documents that say the Nigeria police chief wanted to speak with him concerning the case. The official story of escaping is questionable, but the circumstances surrounding his death were shrouded in suspicion. Andrew had been vocal and maintained his innocence. He informed his friend Ben Samuel, a UK-based blogger, about his innocence and sent him an update of his dealings with the police. Ben Samuel claimed he has information, he that could blow the case wide open, because it was Ben Samuel that disputed the human remains found close to Andrew's home as fake. Then he turned up dead. Coincidence? The families didn't think so.
I know things that could change everything. The police, they don't want the truth to come out, and they are doing everything to stop it, pushing narratives that make no sense to any sound mind observer.
Andrew's death reeked of foul play, a desperate attempt to silence him permanently. His death sent shockwaves through the nation, further eroding any remaining trust in the police. The case was spiraling out of control, a tangled web of lies, deceit, and violence. The finding of human remains in the thick forest sparked numerous inquiries rather than providing clarity. Questions arise. Who were these individuals? From where did Mr. Harrison acquire the body, a man with a dubious past, having served a 4-year prison sentence for armed robberies and allegations of kidnapping, similar to the current case under investigation? Furthermore, how did it come to be in that location? Mr. Harrison claims that the human remains had been there for 30 days, but his assertion raises suspicions. It is implausible that human remains could be left unattended in any part of Nigeria without attracting attention. Many people were quick to suspect foul play. 1. Blessing Onyinye significantly delayed reporting Afiba's SOS message to the authorities or Afiba's family, waiting 48 hours before taking any action. This delay is critical as it may have severely hindered the chances of a timely rescue operation. Timeliness is often crucial in emergency situations, and the 48-hour delay likely allowed Andrew Ochekwo to evade immediate capture, reducing the effectiveness of any subsequent interventions. 2. The police response to the allegations against Andrew Ochekwo was notably slow and suspicious. Despite the seriousness of the accusations, Andrew was not immediately apprehended. When the police finally acted, it was only after several days and extensive negotiations, which raises questions about their commitment to solving the case. There were also disturbing indications of a potential cover-up, as the police suggested that the girls might have staged their own kidnapping. This insinuation cast doubt on the credibility and intentions of the authorities involved, suggesting they might have been more interested in protecting certain individuals than in seeking justice. 3. The circumstances surrounding Andrew's transfer to the Intelligence Response Team, IRT, were highly suspicious. The letter arranging his transfer omitted the names of the missing girls and Andrew himself, casting doubt on the transparency and legitimacy of the process. Moreover, IRT activities during this period were dubious. Andrew was compelled by the police to stay in hotels with them for days, leading to his untimely demise and extortion. His subsequent murder, occurring shortly after an alleged escape attempt, hints at foul play and potential misconduct within the IRT. The series of events suggests a possible effort to permanently silence Andrew, thus preventing him from disclosing vital information about the case. 4. The discovery of human remains near Andrew's home further complicates the case. The remains were found under suspicious circumstances, notably missing hands and a head, which could indicate foul play and attempts to obscure the identity of the victims. This discovery occurred after Andrew's death, adding to the intrigue. Harrison Guamnishu's involvement, including moving some of Andrew's properties without a warrant, raises concerns about potential evidence tampering. Harrison's actions suggest that there might be more to the story, and his motives and connections need to be thoroughly investigated. 5. Following Andrew's death, Blessing, the initial recipient of Afiba's SOS message, disappeared and deactivated all her social media accounts. This sudden vanishing act raises several questions. Was she involved in the events that transpired? Is she in fear for her safety? Or does she possess crucial knowledge about the case that she is now unable or unwilling to share? Her disappearance adds another layer of complexity to the investigation and underscores the need for a thorough and unbiased inquiry. 6. Blessing received an urgent SOS message from Afiba but did not forward it to anyone for 48 hours. This delay is critical and could have significantly impacted the outcome of the situation. Immediate reporting could have mobilized authorities and increased the chances of a timely rescue. 7. Instead of filing a petition in Port Harcourt, Aba, where she was based, Blessing traveled to Abuja and filed the petition on May 10th. The decision to travel such a long distance raises questions about her motives and whether there were specific reasons for bypassing local authorities. This action also caused further delay in addressing the urgent situation at hand. 8. The petition filed by Blessing did not include the names of her missing friends Afiba and Celine, or even the suspect, Andrew Ochekwo. This omission is highly unusual and suspicious, as it would hinder law enforcement's ability to act effectively and quickly. The lack of crucial details in the petition could suggest an attempt to obscure facts or a lack of seriousness in pursuing the case. Noah. The IRT officers, prompted by Blessing's petition, moved Andrew from Aba, but did not head directly to Abuja. Instead, they spent days traveling from Aba to Uyo to Benue, never reaching their intended destination. They allowed the suspect to drive himself in his own car and have full access to his cell phones. This circuitous route is highly suspicious and raises questions about their intentions and actions during this period. It suggests potential misconduct or ulterior motives that need to be thoroughly investigated. 10. Andrew was killed while in transit in Benue, with authorities claiming he tried to escape. The circumstances of his death are dubious, particularly given the suspicious movements of the IRT officers and the delay in bringing him to justice. This event further complicates the case and raises concerns about the integrity of the investigation. 11. Harrison's involvement in the case is fraught with suspicious activities, leaving the family of missing girls in a state of unease and fear. Blessing Onyinye, the friend of Afiba and Celine, had been a key figure in the unfolding drama. Her sudden disappearance added another layer of complexity to the case.
I never thought things would escalate this way. I delayed reporting the SOS message because I was scared. I didn't know what to do. Blessing told Harrison in one of his live sessions on Instagram.
Blessing's hesitation in reporting the SOS message became a focal point of unofficial investigation of the case that's mostly pushed by Ben Samuel. Was she hiding something, or was she just a frightened young woman caught in a web of circumstances beyond her control? Harrison Gwamnishu, a human rights activist with a background mirroring the criminal activities in the current case, emerged with his own agenda and actions. When questioned by Mr. Ben about why he was assuming the role of law enforcement and returning the money extorted from Andrew by the corrupted IRT squad transporting Andrew via bank transfer in cash, Harrison's response was nothing more than dubious, and it's clear he was pursuing the case for his own reasons.
I am here to uncover the truth, no matter where it leads. My methods might be unconventional, but they are necessary.
Harrison's approach raised eyebrows and stirred debates, and many accused him of benefiting from the missing girls and Andrew's death. This has led Ben Samuel questioning whether he genuinely seeking justice, or were there ulterior motives behind his involvement. Was he doing cover-up for someone else? Because all his conduct since he joined this case is pointing to latter. His role in the investigation remains one of the most contentious aspects of this case. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that layers of deceit surrounded the case. Each new piece of evidence brought more questions than answers, leading to a complex web of lies and half-truths.
The corruption within the Nigerian justice system is a significant barrier to resolving cases like this one. It hampers our ability to get to the truth and deliver justice.
The systemic corruption and pervasive injustice in Nigeria have long been a challenge. This case, unfortunately, is no exception. The obstacles faced by investigators are immense. As of now, Afiba remains unfound, and speculation surrounds their whereabouts. While we persist in praying for their safe return, let us also remember to keep their family and all those impacted in our thoughts and prayers.
I'm going to work, nanny, all that, and then made them sex slaves since their passport is happening. You see how many they rescued last month? 28. So I was in a Ghana police station and there were computers on the front desk. Have you ever seen that in Africa, in Nigeria? If you go to Toronto police, there's computers on the front desk. Hello, ma'am, how are you? Can I help you? And the person said, please, I want to file a police report. I want to... practice policing. When is Nigerian police going to change? Them hurting somebody before the Nigerian so-called authorities do something. We have no database in police station. I've been to Ghana, Ben, 4 times in the last 1 year. And when you go to Ghana police, sure you hear what I'm saying. I had to go to Ghana police because there's a trafficking issue in Ghana. Nigerian girls are lined up on the streets at night from Lagos Avenue to name it, prostituting. And many of them come as trafficked from Nigeria. Who they told me I'm going to work, nanny, all that, and then they made them sex slaves, seize their passport. It's happening. You see how many they rescued last month? 28. So I was in a Ghana police station and there were computers on the front desk. Have you ever seen that in Africa, in Nigeria? If you go to Toronto police, there's computers on the front desk. Hello, ma'am, how are you? Can I help you? And the person said, please, I want to file a police report. I want to get, there's computer databases. In Ghana, they have computers, desktops, not even laptop, but desktops in front of them. Ghana police has K9 and they have K and 9 on the truck. Dogs. I was there in March for the African Games. All the K9 dog trucks were there. Their police cars are not Hilux in Ghana. Ghana police is regular police car, right?
Yes.
They don't use Hilux and all that nonsense. They actually practice policing well. When is Nigerian police going to change? So, Ben, are you telling me now that Nigerian police protected Andrew? Are you okay over there? Is something happening?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just moved my car backward a little bit because other vehicles want to park. Yeah,
okay.
Fine. I'm fine.
Ben, are you saying that Andrew was protected by the Nigerian police in the sense that he may have been paying them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The word absolute is absolutely 100%.
Okay. When the case broke, now apparently I came in late, and that's and the reason is part of the fact that I've retired since February. And I said to people in February, okay, I'm now retired 13 years. I've said it 1 million times, but between now and when I actually get rid of my company and sell it and blah, 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 I'll be giving you information. That's what I told my fans. I'll be giving you information. News and information, two different things. Same line, but I'll be giving you information. That's why I'm still online. So I didn't really pay attention when the story really broke. I caught the story when they said they found a dead body and 2 girls are missing. I did not know these girls have been missing since April. I had no idea.
Wow. Yeah.
So I got into the story when Andrew was killed and they said 2 girls were missing and a headless body was found. So do you know what I wrote on Twitter, on X? I said, this case with Andrew Ocheko and a Ghanaian married woman, blah, blah, blah. And what really attracted me to it was that Afiba was married. She came to Ghana to visit her family and the devil called her. Literally, that's the devil that called her on the phone and said, Afiba, come over here. Let's go visit a guy I met on Facebook. Are those chats real? The 1 million naira chat.
That was what Andrew sent to me.
He said
so the authenticity of that messages can be confirmed from the police end, who currently have Andrew's devices, so they can confirm it more than I do. But
the police, the police has Andrew's devices. Ben, has the Nigerian police called you?
No, they called me, but they didn't call me to. They called me to explain their part that took place. But I don't say that's an official call, but they are the police, and they are the people that were involved. So I had a conversation with them.
Police, they have not made the official call to you, but they've tweeted it that they've launched a high-power investigation.
They made contact, but the contact was kind of litigating, giving excuses of what happened. But I told them from the beginning that I am not just fighting this case for Andrew. I am fighting this case for Celine and Afiba and millions of young ladies that will go to the police to report and they will chase them away. And
you're right. You're right about that.
That is the reason I am highlighting it. The failure that happened is an institutionalized failure that if we don't talk about it, in no time, it will happen to another person. As a matter of fact, it's happening to somebody right now. And unfortunately, in
Nigeria,
that kind of situation is happening right now to people in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Rachel was at the police station. There was a factor called Rachel in this scenario. Rachel was at the police station in January. She had an encounter with Andrew. According to Rachel, Andrew kidnapped her for 6 days. And Rachel was able to escape, gone to the police to report, and the police did not take her report seriously. They never even, according to Rachel, they asked her to bring 200,000. The ladies.
Okay, stop right there. Stop.
Yes.
Ben, I'm glad we're doing this today. God does not make mistakes.
That's it.
God does not make me. Hold it right there, Ben. When I say hold it, okay, I'm getting older. I'm 60 years old. Sometimes I don't remember what I just said 5 minutes ago. That's called anxiety because I have PTSD. However, stop right there. Do you remember when they threatened me and posted my phone number and address online?
I know.
Tonto and all of them and Adam.
I know.
What they did was sent to the American embassy, and all three were put on a no-fly list. Adetong had to go through some politicians and all before they removed her from the no-fly list, and she could be able to go to London. Ada is dead already, and Tonto cannot travel anywhere because she already has criminal records. However, I sent it to the British. I sent it to the American. I didn't send it to the British embassy. That's why Tom was even able to go to London.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I went to the police, because the atrocities was much, it was my senator that helped me leave that country. Okay, when I went to the Nigerian police and I said, I need to file a report. And I didn't just go to police, okay? Ben, I went to the PPRO of police, who told me to go and file a report at the nearest police station of the threats, the picture of my apartment building that they posted on Gistlover, my phone number, everything I had. The first thing when I got to the police station, they asked me for 200,000. I didn't have it. I did not have 200,000 in the year 2021 to pay for telling
your
police
story,
a crime.
Your story,
that people did.
A progressive crime that's
People
happening.
came to my house, to my gate, and my gate man was sending people away. I called the Ajah boys and I took the law into my hands. The Ajah boys came, and anyone standing at a guy was at my gate for 3 days holding a Bible, claiming he's a pastor. He came to pray for me. When they told him to leave, he'll come back. The minute I called the Ajah boys, they beat him up. They beat him up, bloody in the mouth, and he was taken away by police. That's when the police came. Why are we paying? That's another show. Why are we paying Nigerian police money to report crimes? Abroad, you walk into police station, you say what happened, and they investigate. Police is getting funding.
You don't need to go. You just phone.
You just phone. Police is getting funding from Western sources. Yet we're still asking for 200,000, and people go. Women are getting assaulted, and they won't file anything because of this. Now,
Dr. Kemi, she went to the police with a physical injury on her leg.
By who? Andrew?
No, Rachel, one of Andrew's victims that says she escaped.
That escaped, okay.
In January, she went to the police with a physical injury on her legs, and the police have audacity to ask this young woman for 200,000 to file a report to approach Andrew. She doesn't have the money. She walks away. Andrew lives to see another day, right? I'm not going to come here and exonerate Andrew for the crime that took place and whatever that he did in Nigeria. I am coming to expose the corrupt practices that led to the conversation we are having at the moment. And if we allow the overlayer that the people are trying to put, we will not get the conversation we need.
Okay, the question I have for you, Ben.
Yes.
Next question. Okay, so far, let me ask you, am I doing a little different from Daddy Freeze?
Daddy Freeze did not really ask a lot of questions when we interviewed. There was kind of a debate on his platform, and my message was not able to convey. So
I'm not comparing myself to Ife Dayo.
No, one second. Because the reason I get in touch with you this morning, because I know your reputation, I know who you are, and I know you are born activist before journalism. You are a person that believe in fairness. Activism is not bought in the market. You can't purchase it on eBay. You can't pretend to be it. You have to be it. You are in it. So, and it's very hard to persuade people like you to sell out.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard. You can be.
It just annoys me when people say that they paid me something, they bribed me, I work for the highest bidder, this one, that one. Just complete nonsense.
Yeah, go
ahead.
What
I wanted to say is, now let's get back to Nigerian police. Nigerian police. Do you believe that your friend Andrew was paying the police for what? To hide crimes or to protect him like a mobile officer? What do you think he was paying them for?
Okay, this is something that Nigerians need to take very serious. When Andrew moved to Nigeria in 2021, the first 3 months of Andrew in Nigeria, she had multiple cases. She was in cell. She was in prison. They arrested him in Port Harcourt. At the time Andrew was arrested in Port Harcourt for harming or injuring one girl that visited him called Allison.
Yeah.
Do you know Andrew has, after that incident, Andrew has a mopo protection. Andrew has a mopo following him around. Do you understand the gravity of that? Andrew never faced any juries or any court case.
Andrew assaulted a lady in Port Harcourt.
Yes. The case went to the police.
He was arrested.
He was arrested.
No court case.
No court case.
And when he came out of that case, he was carrying Mopo around.
He has a mopo.
Under whose... Okay, well, the Rivers Commissioner at that time is under my radar right now.
Hold on, let me break your bubble, please. Let me say something else. In that Port Harcourt, where he has that case, the officer in charge of that case was having an affair. After the case was continue having an affair with Andrew. It's on the record.
Wait, a female officer?
A female officer
in that case
was having an affair
with Andrew
afterwards.
Is this exclusive to me?
This has been there, but there's a lot of narrative there that has not really picked what is happening. But I'm giving it the juice.
Okay,
now.
let's go back to the lady. What's the nature of the assault of the lady?
The lady broke her spinal cord.
Andrew broke her spinal cord.
Yes.
How?
According to what I heard, Andrew told me the girl jumped, but my information was that Andrew pushed the girl
through the balcony.
Through the balcony.
And she broke her spinal cord. Where is she now?
The girl is there. I think Harrison has spoken to the girl.
Oh God.
So you have to understand the gravity of that kind of sentiment.
Who is the gym instructor that's missing?
I don't know. I think that gym instructor is just a cock and bull story, in my own opinion, to cover the bigger narrative about Andrew and Afiba incident. And whoever bring that news should go and search gym instructor. Is it not surprising to you that a gym instructor is missing since March and nobody investigate about it? And the family cannot even file, and the family cannot even file a proper report about it because they have no money? Does that make any sense in a society?
Some things about, okay, it doesn't make sense, but some things about how God puts people together. This is very spiritual to me because I'm a spiritual evangelist anyway. Ben, I need to tell you this. It's not by accident that you came to me this morning. And it's not by accident that I'm even free this morning to be doing this. But I need to know something. The River State Police Commissioner that just retired is somebody that was under my radar for a scam, a Ponzi scheme, where a lot of people in the UK and the US complained and wrote a petition to the IGP. Are you aware of that?
No.
He's a Yoruba guy. He just left Rivers and just retired, but he has come on TVC. Is it TVC or Arise? He came on TV to come and explain it. And Rufai, Arise OAP on TV ripped him. The journalist Rufai ripped him up on TV. When I posted the story, all his London fans were on my Twitter cursing me out and all that. I didn't even look their face. It's an elaborate Ponzi scheme. And at the end of the day, you're now telling me Rivers, Port Harcourt. I'm going to put it together and see whether it was this same officer that's under the radar of people that said he scammed them, that was running the Rivers department when this Andrew stuff happened, when this Rachel girl was abused and they let it go. Because there's a lot of questions that will not be able to be answered. You know what I mean? So you're a bad guy. I have to go look up his name. Do you believe that this case with Andrew, a lot of the vital information went to the grave with him.
I believe so.
Do you believe Andrew was executed by the police?
Yes, 100%.
Do you believe that somebody above, who Andrew was loyal to, for him to be getting Mopol and all that, he's paid people pounds now. Do you believe somebody who he was loyal to above in the police department just wanted you guys to eliminate him?
I believe that there was an instruction to eliminate Andrew by any means necessary.
Because he will implicate the police.
I don't know. So that's what I would say.
But what I said on the day I heard about the case was, I'm looking at all this evidence and all I see is police is involved somewhere. Did you ever see that post I made?
Yes.
I wrote there, I said police is involved in this case. The next thing you know, it started moving towards the police. I saw everything Harrison was doing, and I said, I hope Harrison sees this little hole that the police is somehow involved here. There's a bigger picture. Then I heard something about organ trafficking, and I couldn't pinpoint that. There's certain things we can't pinpoint. Just the same way I can't pinpoint the relationship to this king in Lagos to Mohbad's death, because I'm not there in the police department when they invited the king and Mohbad's father. It's the same thing. I could not pinpoint the organ trafficking. Unless Andrew was a middleman, like Mona was in Ghana. Do you know Mona Montrage Hajia for real?
Mm-hmm.
The fraudster girl that they took from London there. The
I know. Yeah, the Ghanaian
Mona's case, yeah, Mona's been sentenced to 1 year, but Mona's case was the case, I broke that story just like Hush Puppy. And the Ghanaians have been following me because of that story. Mona's case is one in which she was facing 5 years, and I said they wouldn't give her more than 1 or 2 years because it's the same FBI guy that I worked with on Hush Puppy that's working with her case. And I said they've convicted her now they've sentenced her to 1 year. But the one thing about Mona was that Mona mentioned some names. She mentioned 5 names, and all I said in my write-up was 2 politicians, a politician's son, a musician, and a big businessman. Those are the 5 people who are in the elaborate international rings.
Mm-hmm.
Mona was just the beautiful face and body that looks in the computer to the men that he collects money from for the fake marriage scams. So she has cooperated with them. It's the same thing. I think Andrew is a middleman to something. Ben, do you know what Andrew is a middleman to?
No. I have no clue.
Do you believe that Andrew was selling organs of girls?
No.
Why would
I don't believe it?
you say he wasn't selling organs?
Because that's not the person I know. If he got into that business, I wasn't aware of it.
Okay.
And I'm not going to.
Do you believe
he's gone now, and I'm not going to say anything that I didn't know him doing, that he did it. Why he can't speak for himself? Yeah. You
are aware that Andrew assaulted a woman and went to prison 2 years?
Yes.
Did you see what came out on the internet? This is the herd mentality thing that came out of the internet.
Yes.
I did not read anywhere that Andrew was convicted and went to prison for 2 years. What I read was that he's wanted for assaulting a woman.
No, he was convicted in the UK. It's a fact.
Okay, so
and I told Nigerians that there was nothing to hide about him. He will want his story to be told the way it is.
But you see how someone twisted the narrative.
That's Nigerian for you. Nigerians are not ready for
social media for you.
Yeah.
What we're talking at the beginning of the show, the way social media would twist the narrative. This is what they did with your Ramani case.
Yeah.
Saying Sylvester was bullied, blah, blah, blah. When Sylvester himself wanted to be in the little school cult, wanting to belong. So now you have no idea of any organ trafficking. I know Nigerians like to pick that organ trafficking business. Do you know?
It's the most sensational. It's a story that when people hear it, if you don't have your critical thinking mindset on, you buy into it immediately because it's easier to digest for a lot of people. But then when you have to look at the scenario of doing that, you have to ask questions. Is this really possible? Is that what the guy is doing? Or is this just a wrap-up to ignore the bigger picture? And I can tell you that's just a wrap-up to ignore the bigger picture.
Do you have any idea? Ben, do you have any idea of what the bigger picture might be?
The bigger picture, in my own opinion, is this. There are other people that is involved in disappearance of Afiba and Celine. And you're going to give me because this is very important to give you a little bit of intel. Andrew was arrested for kidnapping the girls initially. On the 8th, the girl reported themselves missing. On the 28th, to their best friend that Afiba visited, Blessing, that lives in Port Harcourt. Send a message to Blessing, according to Blessing, and said, we've been kidnapped by Andrew. Blessing.
Okay. You said the girls message Blessing to say we've been kidnapped by Andrew.
Yes.
How does someone kidnap talk to? Okay, let me start let me start like this.
Okay.
In 2009, my son did an advert for Twitter. He was 9 years old, and he said Twitter is a way that you can communicate. It was a missing children advert for Twitter. Twitter is the way you can communicate. The video is still online. Communicate if you have been kidnapped. You can actually tweet if you have access to a phone. That was what we did. But now we have access to WhatsApp. We have other apps. What app did they use to communicate to Blessing that we've been kidnapped?
According to Blessing, she received a WhatsApp message that she's been kidnapped. Blessing lives in Port Harcourt, and these two young ladies were with Andrew in Aba when the message came to Blessing. Blessing.
Who was typing?
Blessing.
Who was typing?
Afiba sent a message
to Blessing.
Blessing. So they have an exchange.
Does Afiba know Blessing?
Afiba is the best friend to Blessing. They are common friends. Blessing, Celine, Afiba, they are all friends. Celine and Afiba went to see Andrew. Now, Afiba felt she's been kidnapped. They've been kidnapped in the situation they are in. She sent an SOS message to Blessing, their friend. Afiba is a Ghanaian. She don't know her environment. She probably has never been to Aba. But in the case of Celine, Celine is different. Celine have visited Andrew on a multiple occasion. Celine knows Andrew. Afiba raised alarm to Blessing. Blessing received it, communicate with Afiba. Blessing did not act on it. Blessing claimed she jumped into plane and fly to Abuja. Blessing.
Do we have the screenshots of the kidnapping
message?
The message. Do we have
it's available out there. I'll send it over to you after the communication we have now.
But no act on it. She flew to Abuja for what?
Hold on. Hold on. Blessing flew to Abuja. Okay? Left for Abuja. Now, Blessing did not inform any authority. Blessing did not proceed from Aba to from Port Harcourt to Aba. That's 1.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
To investigate about her friends that are missing, that have raised alarm for kidnapping. Her friend that left their suitcase at her apartment in Aba, in Port Harcourt. Blessing proceeded to Abuja, did not inform the family properly. Over 24 hours later, Blessing remained in Abuja. Blessing did not find it useful to go back to Aba and investigate. The case is a fraud in every ramification.
Is Blessing affiliated with Andrew?
I don't know. This is what we are digging now. This is what we are digging. Now, Blessing.
The screen is frozen. Okay, go ahead. You said you don't know, right?
I don't know. Ben, Blessing moved on to Abuja.
Screen is freezing. Are you? Yeah, the connection was okay. All right, so
I want to give you, because I want it to be, I don't want to be, I have a way of thought. Let me just drop it so that even if you go back into it later, you will know exactly what I say about this.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
So Blessing flew to Abuja, did not communicate with the family. Over 24 hours later, did not inform the husband of Afiba, did not inform the family of Afiba, did not put a tweet out, did not
Did he
inform
have did she have the information?
She had the information of Andrew. We've been kidnapped by Andrew as a direct message. So she ignored all these red lights and flew to Abuja.
Why did she fly to Abuja? For what?
Nobody knows. That's the question we need to ask Blessing now. Because the case, let me finish, ma'am.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
She was in Abuja from the 28th to the 10th when she filed a petition. She wrote a petition at the first headquarters because she wants to help now. The petition did not include the name of Andrew. The petition did not include the name of the two missing girls. It was written as unknowing. On the 8th, okay, let me stop here because there's more to say, but I want you to digest that one for now.
8th of what?
On the 8th of May,
2024.
On the 8th of May, 2024, the girls were missing since the 28th of April. Nobody acted on it. The Celine family were running helter-skelter about who they should help. On the 8th of May, Andrew busted. They arrested Andrew with over 30 police officers. 30. Anti-kidnapping team from Umuahia and Aba picked up, led by Commander Oracle, the head of anti-kidnapping team in Aba. Andrew was arrested. Andrew called me at 12:25 on the 8th of May and told me he want to take his own life. I'm like, why? What's going on? Wait, the messages are there.
Where did he call you from?
He called me from Nigeria. He called me from Nigeria.
But did he call you from police custody?
No, he barricaded himself.
Inside the house?
Inside his house. Why the 30 police were in the premises and in his apartment. He called me that he want to take his own life. I'm like, what is happening? That was when he sent me that message of Afiba and Celine. Only the message, screenshot of the message. And
the message that said they were missing.
The message that said they were coming to see him. And they have some kind of negotiation about how much to pay.
1 million.
1 million. Okay. I didn't make a lot out of it. I was interested in making sure he does not commit suicide or he does not do Columbine, as he said. Because he said, I will Columbine these officers. They are in my house. I didn't do it.
God. That would have been deadly. So, have you explained to us, explain the Columbine to the Nigerians.
So the Columbine is an incident that happened in America where a young man took his own GUN and went and Columbine everyone.
Okay, let me explain it.
Go ahead.
Because of Facebook, let me say it. I'm going to say it like Richard Williams, Richard Johnson says it. Guys, what Ben is saying is, you are in your house and 30 police officers are at your house. They want to arrest you. You now feel like you want to buy yourself. So in the process of your fear, this being scared, 30 officers, you want to buy yourself means I'm going to buy myself. So what Andrew was telling Ben is I'm going to buy myself or Columbine everybody. Columbine High School in Colorado in America, and I covered it 1993. It was a case. I just became a journalist the following year. So it was one of my brand new things. It was a case where two young guys went to the school with machine guns and they pew-pew everybody. That's why Richard Johnson used pew-pew. They pew-pew everybody, like they killed a lot. A lot of people died in that school. So basically what Andrew was trying to do, Ben, is that if he had a chance, okay, I myself have said it in Port Harcourt. Did you hear me say it when they were taking me to Port Harcourt? When they kidnapped me, when the police was taking me to Port Harcourt, when we got to Asaba, it was on my TVC interview. You can Google the TVC interview, my prison interview on TVC. I said it on live TV. When we got to Asaba, I told them I wanted to use the toilet. So I walked away from the hillocks and the petrol stand, and I was going towards the toilet of the petrol station. When I noticed that they left the van, the hillocks to go and get snacks, and I went back and I wanted to pew all of them. I wanted to Columbine them. You understand what I said?
Yeah.
What? These officers did not tell me where they were taking me. They came to my house. They said we're going to CID. They had no uniform on, plain clothes. Next thing, I found myself on the highway for 12 hours. So my plan, as I said on TV, was that if I went into the car, because the AK-47s were laid on the ground, I would just grab the AK-47 and spray all of them, finish, and everybody would be gone. That was my plan. So when I said that on TV, the two officers called me after the case was over. They now said,
sorry, ma. That point you raised now, I want you to put it somewhere like this now.
Yeah.
That reaction you have on your head, put it somewhere like this, because I'll get you there right now about something that happened.
Okay.
I want you to
somewhere. Yeah. In other words, guys, I felt like I wanted to take my own life. But first I wanted to take the police life. So I was going to spray all of them, because remember, I don't know if they're even police. They came and they tricked me and they're taking me. So we got to Asaba at least 6 hours into the drive. And I wanted to Columbine all of them. And it would have been a shootout there. So the officers now came to me after they watched the TV's interview, thanking me. You know what they said? They were thanking me because they said, if you had killed us that day, our wives would have suffered for the rest of their lives. I said, why? Because police widows apparently are the ones that really have a hard time in life in Nigeria. Police widows. So they thanked me for not doing that. Knowing that I was going to do that, it's still in the back of their head that this woman hates us. They don't think about this woman hates police. It's like, this woman hates us. The first DIG in Nigeria was my grandfather. My grandfather was the first top cop in Nigeria. And many Nigerians don't know that. I don't hate police. What I hate is bad police. So at the end of the day, Andrew wanted to threaten to buy everybody. That would have been dead. That would have been deadly if he had you know what I mean?
Yeah.
30 officers. Okay. So what did you now tell him at that point?
I was able to speak to him, and I asked him,
calm him down.
Yeah, calm him down. Hand over yourself. Don't do something more stupid than it's already been, because they're in your house for a reason. At no point did Andrew tell me it was about kidnapping. He just told me he was tired. And I asked him why. He said, I lost $2 million, 2 million pounds. He was going about the other way. But I was able to talk to him.
He lost 2 million pounds.
That's what he said on the message. I will send the message over to you.
Pounds or naira?
A pound, 2 million pounds. He said, I've lost 2 million pounds in the last 2 years. So I was able to speak to him. I say, it's money. You will make the money back. Come back to the UK. Hand over yourself. Go and
a lot of money.
I said, go and talk to the police. I can see somebody who is in the process of taking his own life. And you have to use your initiative to talk to him. I spoke to him, and he was able to hand over himself to the police at 3 a.m. in the night.
Then where did they take him? It was when they were taking him that David Okpara, I'm going to remove you. You're an idiot. Hold on, Ben. Let this man talk, okay? The interview is centered around you and your story. The reason why the interview is centered around my own stories is because I'm trying to illustrate things to you. Don't bring that nonsense attitude to my page, David Okpara. I will remove you if you try that again. Because many of you in Nigeria, you're not brilliant. You don't think outside the box. You don't focus on the bigger picture. So I have to actually use examples of my own. Okay? If I didn't talk about, I almost, eliminated a whole bunch of officers that took me. I'm trying to illustrate things. Don't conduct my interviews for me. Okay, David Okpara, don't let me repeat that. I will remove you, all right? Now, Ben, I'm sorry. I have to school people. They can't bring that stuff today. When everything that happened in Anambra RSS, when Gwamisu posted it on his page, all they were doing was they were hating on me on the thing. He took it down already. Some of them were even telling him to take it down. Basic bottom line is that Gwamisu has showed them what is going on and is taking it down. When the real thing comes out, sure you understand, they will not understand. And I said, nobody must come and vindicate me. I have that police report inside this computer. I have everything inside this computer. It's a very sensitive document. You know what I mean? It's the same document that they said Atiku allegedly sent to the Premium Times reporter. Do you know the guy that owns People Gazette? Have you ever heard of People Gazette?
No, People Gazette. I know him. I know the guy personally.
You know Samuel, what's Samuel's name again? Ogundipe owns People's Gazette. Now remember, he was an investigative journalist at Premium Times. Okay, the document that had that woman killed, remember the woman that was killed in Abuja? A woman died in Aso Rock. She worked inside Aso Rock. People, she was an employee inside Aso Rock of Buhari. They killed her inside Aso Rock. If you remember that story,
I heard
Ben,
about the story. Yeah, I know the
that
story. Yeah.
woman, the government said Yahoo boys killed her. No Yahoo boy killed her. She was literally eliminated by the CIA, like whatever of Nigeria. The document that is at question was a document that was very sensitive about Boko Haram, who are the main sponsors of Boko Haram. That document had that information, and they are saying that the document came from Atiku, allegedly from Atiku. Let me put allegedly on that. PDP. They now took the document and they wanted to give it to the journalist. When the journalist posts it, they will not out APC. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the same thing they did when PDP was spending Obama's money and they used it for election and Buhari arrested everybody. Dasuki. So in other words, the politician, aka Atiku, allegedly gave this woman that document. Excuse me. And the woman gave information to the journalist at Premium Times. When the document arrived in Premium Times, remember, when the politician gave this woman the document, they paid her a lot of money. The document goes to the Premium Times journalists. Bang! The DSS surrounded Premium Times. Nigerians, listen. I could not say many of these things when I was inside that country. I'm not in Nigeria. And I don't care what anyone says, and I'm retired. The point is that the minute the document arrived at the journalist can print it as far as they're concerned. They surrounded Premium Times. Ben, did you follow the story?
I followed.
When they surrounded Premium Times, they also went to surround the house of the editor of Premium Times.
Oh, the Premium Times, yes, yeah.
Right. The journalist that put the article out went underground because they would kill him straight. He went underground and he was never seen again. Premium Times now announced to the world that they have fired the journalist. That's the word they use. They let him go. They fired him. They let him go. They now decided not to surround Premium Times anymore, and they left the journalist, the editor's house. The journalist got to America via article channels, PDP channels. They gave him millions and millions of dollars. Just go to America, flee. When the journalist got to America, the journalist filed asylum, and the Americans gave him asylum. If you're a journalist, you can file asylum anywhere. Okay, my own just didn't go through in that Canada because of the gun violence activism I got involved with, and I angered the conservatives. But see how they lost the election because I helped Justin Trudeau win it. At the end of the day, he got asylum and he started a new media house, and that media house is called People's Gazette. The story I just told you, you will not hear it written anywhere. Ben, you know that. You personally should know that, Ben. You will not see it written anywhere the way I just told you. This is exclusive shit. Oh. The journalist got money. If somebody gives you $1-2 million now, puts you on a plane to America, go and file asylum. America gives you green card. What else do you need? You open your media house in America and be living your life in New York. So once the journalist got to New York, open Premium People's Gazette, Ogundipe, that is. Buhari called the DSS, MTN, Airtel, everybody to block him. Did you notice that on his Twitter? If you go to People Gazette Twitter, go to the pin tweet, everybody, and go and see what that boy has there. Buhari told them to block him so that all his news cannot enter Nigeria. So the telecoms did exactly what the president said, and they wrote him a letter. He posted all those letters. So if you are trying to read People's Gazette, you might have to use VPN. But now they've cut it off. As in, when I say cut it off, they cut off all that blocking. You don't need VPN to watch People's Gazette now. But that's the story of Samuel Ogundipe. There are some people that are never going home again. You know that. You know that, Ben.
And then there
are many people that are
so
never
funny.
going home. I am never going home.
When we are
Samuel Ogundipe has no business to go to Nigeria. Regardless of who is the president. They will arrest him at the airport first thing. So guys, wake up. That woman that went to disclose that information, they eliminated her. That she's the first to go. Do you not see how Obama and Trump are trying to kill Snowden? Edward Snowden, the guy that released all the NSA secrets to the Russians and everybody else, an American. Wake up, people. So back to Andrew on that note, okay? On that note, Andrew wanted to buy himself.
Yeah.
He exited he was arrested by the police. So it was on the note of, it was on the 30 policeman arrest that they were taking him away. Is that why they shot him on the road?
I beg pardon?
Then when they arrested him and he gave himself up to them, after that raid, because there were many officers, was it on the exit from the house that they now shot him?
Oh my God!
Claiming that he was trying to escape.
Do you know how much respect I have for you on this question you asked? Because when you told me this morning, or when you said it, I knew that you have not really, you have a lot other stuff you are going with. And if you see my message, I said, if you have the time and the strength, please follow this story and offer your voice. When Andrew was taken on that 8th, he was taken to Umuahia police station. Umuahia police station. In his own car.
The Mercedes.
In his Mercedes. So the rest of the officer followed through. So he was out for 2 weeks, from the 8th to the 21st. And this 21st I'm giving you is exclusive to you, because Nigerian police don't know what I know, and they've been lying. And it is time to say what they need to know so that they can do the right thing. On the 21st, they are about to release Andrew, because the investigating team in Umuahia came up and say, this looked like a self-kidnap stage, because the young lady's Celine phone is ringing and is coming up and going offline. So Blessing, who has not reacted, now we'll go back to Blessing now, submitted an application in Abuja. Blessing that waited from the 28th, from the 28th, she got an SOS message. She
didn't do anything.
She did not react. She did not do anything. She did not travel to Aba. But when Celine family now investigate and the police picked Andrew up on the 8th, Blessing quickly went and wrote a petition, submitted it in Abuja 72 hours later, after they picked Andrew up.
At the force headquarters.
At the force headquarters, not in Abuja.
Okay, let me say this right now. While we're here live now, I just want you to know, including you, Ben, everybody watching now, there are 2 police officers here. I didn't want to mention their name. You wouldn't know who they are. Okay, and these 2 officers are technically not in that investigation. One of them I invited. The other one, I don't know who he is, but he's a cop and he's likely in the investigation. The reason I told you, Ben, is I wanted you to say your mind.
Thank you.
Okay, I can also announce that I can also keep them quiet and have you talk to me, and they'll pick notes from it. But I see the transparency in you, and I want you to continue. So that is an exclusive right there.
Yes.
Do you think Blessing had anything going on with Andrew?
Blessing is Blessing with Andrew. I don't have knowledge about it. I don't know, and I'm not going to say what I don't know. But the story does not add up.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up. The part Blessing is playing does not add up.
I just want you to tell me yes or no. And I like how you're answering me.
Yes.
Do you think Blessing set up Celine and Afiba?
I wouldn't say yes or no. The investigative team that is doing something should do it. And this is where I'm directing the conversation to now.
What do you know about the dead body they found with curtains? Harrison Gwamishu said we should look at these curtains. It's in Andrew's house. They used it to wrap a body outside. Whose body is that? Why haven't they tested the DNA of that body? Do you know who that could be?
I would love to talk about the body right now, but I am going somewhere because I want the story to connect in case of external investigators that are looking. Now, Andrew was picked up on the 8th, as I said. 72 hours later, on the 10th, Blessing, who has not reacted to this incident, to her best friend that left their suitcase in her house, have not made effort to leave Abuja and come to Aba, quickly went and submit a petition. The petition does not contain the name of Andrew, does not contain the name of the 2 missing girls.
A blank petition. What was she petitioning for?
That our friend, 2 people are missing. The petition is a shame. I'll send it to you.
Please send it to me.
Yes.
DM me in Instagram
Now,
or Facebook.
I will send it over. I'll send it over. The petition was basically nonsense. But the police picked this petition and hold it in their hand and waited for the investigative team in Aba. When Aba people were, Umahia was about to release Andu on the 21st, the IRT team is the department that Abakari used to head, appear in Aba, in Umahia, and say they are from the IGO police. They came to pick Andrew and case transfer request. Umahia Department of Police that head Andrew say we are on this investigation and we don't really believe in this letter. They have an argument. The police business took place. They released Andrew to these 4 officers that came in a white transit van, tinted black glass. Andrew was picked up. Andrew's car was left at Umahia Police Station. Umahia Police Station was not aware of what next step that these police are taking. They released Andrew to them with the case file. And this is a fact because I had to speak with Umahia Police Station and all the relevant police that are involved.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew was being transferred to Abuja. Andrew was taken to his house to change, carry his clothes, get his laptop. Andrew was given his phone back. Just imagine if the IG of police actually sent for this. Andrew wouldn't have that privilege.
He won't have the phone and the laptop.
He won't. Straight away from Umahia, it will be fly to Abuja.
It will be like forensic evidence now.
So they went back to Andrew's house. The 4 police officers, one of them make a video. Andrew staff iron his clothes for him, pack his stuff, they move. Guess where they moved to?
Where?
They moved and lodged in a hotel with the suspect in Aba.
Nigerian police.
Yeah?
Nigerian police.
This is exclusive to you. They lodge at Evergreen Hotel, Aba.
Ha. Evergreen Hotel too is in trouble now.
They lodge
at
Evergreen Hotel, Aba. Dr. Kemi, this is exclusive for you.
Thank
because
you.
I've never divided this one.
Thank you.
The lawyer.
So when they took Andrew from the house,
the lawyer of Andrew,
officers.
Yes, the lawyer of Andrew met with them at about 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. They told the lawyer of Andrew they were going tomorrow to Abuja. As far as the lawyer is concerned, they were flying. As far as Andrew is concerned, they were flying in the morning. Maybe there was no flight from Aba at that particular time. They have to rest and they move on. Understandable. They had a meeting. They booked 2 rooms in Evergreen Hotel.
Never done.
Andy
slept. It's never done.
Hold on.
Spend the night in a
Dr.
hotel
Kemi,
with the suspect.
Dr. Kemi, hold on.
Okay. This is really
People think I lost my voice. I've lost 6 kg for this case. Now, they left in the morning. Then Andrew gave the lawyer instruction. Come and meet me in Abuja. We'll get to Abuja. Andrew communicated with me. Andrew sent me that they were going to Abuja. The second day, guess where they are going? They left and they left the hotel. Guess where they go? They quickly returned back to the car park where Andrew parked his car in Umahia and picked his car up.
They switched cars.
No. They have their own van. Andrew picked his car because Andrew wants to drive himself. Andrew like comfort. He doesn't like to be in van and all those kind of things.
Then he's not a suspect.
No, Andrew told me they were not. They say he's not a suspect. The IG just want to speak to him because the Ghanaian embassy made a report. They made Andrew to believe he's no longer a suspect. The officer told Andrew they believe the story from Umahia that these girls were on a self-kidnap.
So it means that Andrew has paid those officers somewhere down the line.
Hold on. Let's leave that one apart. But this is Andrew now, and this is 2 girls missing, and this is Andrew and the police officer sleeping in a hotel room. It doesn't make sense. Now, Andrew picked up his car. Andrew began to drive himself. One officer sat to be an escort. the officer removed the plate number of the Mercedes and they put it in the boot.
Why?
Just listen. They move. Where do you think they should be going from Umuahia if they want to take road trip? Abuja. That's what you expect. They should be going to Abuja because the IG call. Already the protocol has broken. If IG called for you, it's an automatic. IG don't even need to call. Just one message.
No, you can't stay in any hotel.
One message. They are moving you with 6 close body protection straight to the airport, straight to Abuja, straight to the IG office. This
Even remember when they closed the airports in Nigeria?
Yes.
During my Port Harcourt case, we were going by plane, but because they closed the Port Harcourt airport for construction, that's the reason.
Ma, let me tell you something. This is what they didn't allow me to say things when I went on Daddy Freeze. This is what I was not allowed to say because Daddy Freeze was a man I respected, but I'm highly disappointed in the interview.
What do you mean by he didn't allow you to say it? He
didn't allow me. I did not have the platform to voice what I have in my head.
Maybe Freeze is very careful with how they sanction. Instagram can sanction you.
I understand. He's in Nigeria, but this case deserves every attention. Now,
yeah, you're right.
They left Umuahia. Andrew drove himself. Police officer sat beside him with his GUN. Guess where they should be going to? Tell me, where do you think they should be going to? Let's forget about all the
Abuja now.
Okay, straight to Abuja. Where did they go to? Guess. Your guess is my bet.
Well, they were in a hotel, which is bad enough. So where would they be going to now? Burger King, McDonald's, KFC.
Your guess is as good as mine. They went to Uyo.
To where?
Uyo in Akwa Ibom. They
went to Uyo for what?
Uyo and Abuja, they are opposite side. You can't be going to Uyo and be going to Abuja. If you are from Aba or Umuahia, you are going this way. Uyo is like this. They went to Uyo. By the time they got to Uyo, they have a hotel booked already.
Who are these officers?
Ask Nigerian police.
To the officers on my live that you are watching, say you are hearing. Be screen recording.
They lodged in a hotel in Uyo. I have the hotel.
So two hotels now.
Now 2 hotels now. Guess how many days they spent in Uyo? 2 days. Andrew was comfortable with them. I asked Andrew, why are you with them? Andrew said he now feels kidnapped.
Andrew said what?
He feels kidnapped by these officers. Andrew began to send SOS messages to me. Videos of them in the room, voice notes. In that hotel room, you remember when I told you to pin that story you told us when you are in a vehicle going to Port Harcourt or for prison? I asked you to pin the story. Andrew was in a room with the officers. The officer GU and rifle was on the floor. Andrew picked it and tried to tie himself. He was losing his head in that room. Ask them. I said it. I have the messages.
He almost killed himself.
With their GUN.
He could have also bite them now.
Now, listen. So one officer saw it and grabbed it from his hand. And this is the settlement. Why? Andrew said, I'm tired, I'm frustrated and all that. And the officer said, we'll put a chain on your leg. Let me call SP Moses. SP Moses is the head of that team. IG of police, I am calling you guys to interview your officers. Let them tell you the truth. Because I have fact. And the fact cannot be disputed. It's raw. If you get to BBC, you guys will be ashamed of yourself. Andrew was charged 3 million for them not to put a chain on his leg.
He collected money.
The police say, we are going to Abuja because you did this. You have to give us 3 million. Andrew said, no. Why? Andrew likes his comfort. Andrew wants to continue enjoying his Mercedes. Andrew gave them 1.5 million in New York hotel. Andrew sent screenshot of the conversation the screenshot of the negotiation, the account the money was transferred to. Andrew forwarded it to me. Andrew did this because I'm a blogger. Andrew was knowing that these people are going to do him harm. He began to document the joining to me. I was watching. I kept quiet.
Yeah. Let me get my charger. Continue.
I was watching, ma. I kept quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They spent 2 nights in Uyo. They left Uyo on the 24th.
Sure.
Their joining began on the 21st. They left Uyo on the 21st. On the 24th. Guess where they go to?
After Uyo, you said they were in a hotel.
Where do you think they will be going to?
So Abuja now, but then the opposite side of the highway.
So they
Uyo
moved
is in the opposite.
from Uyo. Instead of going to Abuja, they went to Benue State or to
Ha! To do what? That's where they killed him.
Dr. Kemi, just listen. This you see.
I'm looking at the Nigerian map and I'm seeing all this, their movements. Nigerian police, so who are these IRT guys? They need to. You saw what the IGP said they should do. High power investigation.
I have all of their pictures. I have them lying inside beds. I have them eating. I have their conversation. They know I have it. I told SP Moses I have everything. Now, they left Uyo. They did not go to Abuja. At this point, Andrew is becoming increasingly consigned. Andrew told me I have spent 3 million from Aba to Benue now. When they got to Benue, Andrew asked them, what are we doing? Because Andrew doesn't know road. Andrew have never driven outside state without his driver. So they were directing him, he was driving, and they were enjoying his big car. In Benue, they also booked a hotel. From the 24th, they lodged into a hotel in Benue. Andrew asked them, why are we here? One of the officers wants to see his girlfriend or his wife.
This is what they do. When they took me to Port Harcourt, they stopped to buy pineapple and some rubbish.
Don't forget, IG or police. Oga IG, now you send them. Now you send them. I was off the picture. I was just busy in London doing my thing. I was off the picture. I never believed they would fire him, but I'm concerned for Andrew. On the 24th, they stayed there, 25th, 26th.
Yeah.
On the 26th, Andrew told me, one of the officers told him, if they get to Abuja, he will be tortured to admit to this crime he didn't commit. Do you understand the word conditioning now?
Yeah.
So they begin to condition this guy now. He has his car, he has his laptop, he has his car key with him. Money exchange hand in the Benue. Andrew enter his car and drive off. And you called me on a FaceTime and told me he's running away. I'm like, where are you running to? Are you crazy? Go back to them. Go back to. He said they are taking money from me. That is his word. I said, remove your money from your Nigerian account and transfer it to another bank account, your sister, whatever, and go back to them. I said, this is a setup. I have the messages. That was the last time I hear from Andrew. An hour later, Andrew was intercepted and killed.
Intercepted where?
Intercepted as he left. As he left the police, they intercepted him and killed him.
The picture I saw had Andrew's body in the back seat. So he was actually driving when they killed him.
Driving when they killed him. But if you look at that car, there was no bullet in the car.
Right, because some bloggers took it wrong and said the officer was inside there with him. They killed him in the back seat.
No,
he was driving.
That could be a good narrative. There was no bullet in the car. If the guy was driving away and you want to stop him, it's not stopping. You shoot, you will see bullets all over the car. The glass of the vehicle was not smashed properly. It was like a block or a rock used to smash it.
Personally, how do you think they killed him?
I think Nigerian police should tell Nigerian what they do before I tell the world what they did.
They executed him.
Yes.
That's what I saw. And they tortured him too.
Yes.
I saw signs of torture.
Yes.
When somebody brought it to me on Twitter, I saw like signs of
Yes.
torture on his body.
Yes. And they have access. They have access to his phone because Andrew Instagram was off all throughout the case. Up to the time he died, his Instagram was not on. His Instagram is currently on. The police turned it on because they don't know what they're doing. Now, when Andrew was driving away, Andrew has his VUN inside his car because the police parked his license arm and put it in his car for him. They did not confiscate
Who owned that? Who owned that pew pew in his car?
He owns it. It's his own. The police gave him so much confidence and they put it in his car.
Did they know he had a
he
pew
know
pew?
They were the one that took it from his house and put it in his boot.
There's something about Andrew and the IRT guys.
So
we're talking about.
Hold on. Now, immediately they pie Andrew. They pie Andrew on the 26th. I called the IRT. I called the team because Andrew sent me the team number. Their number, the boss that was driving the vehicle. Said, this is the guy transporting the bin in case anything happened. This is my location. I called. The guy did not pick. I called the next day. He picked up. I say, what happened? You are transporting. That was when I come into the picture. That was when they know Andrew has been communicating to an external party. The officer asked me if Andrew is a Nigerian. I say, yes, he's a Nigerian, born British. The officer told me that he's in Abuja with them. I should ask a family member to come. I said, okay, what happened? He said he kidnapped 2 girls. I said, but why are you guys on the road for the last 5 days? He couldn't explain. I stopped there.
You didn't know that Andrew was sending stuff to you?
They did not. They have a script. They have a script, and then immediately that happened, I went live and I dispute. Then Harrison came under the freeze and gave us a narrative of the police driving from Aba. Because that's what you say now when you ask. Your understanding.
I took Harrison's narrative, but Harrison didn't know.
Your understanding was that they left Aba and they suddenly get to Benue and the guy decided to run away. The message was lost of Uyo, Benue, 5 days on the road, eating, drinking, sleeping in a hotel.
Then, but did you contact Harrison to let him know?
Yes.
That you are receiving stuff from him.
I did. And this is why I have a question for Harrison every day of this investigation. Harrison broke the news to the nation.
I wanted Harrison to come on this live.
I have a question for him. Harrison broke the news to the nation, and Harrison gave the nation a narrative about how Andrew was driving, how the police were bringing him, and Andrew decided to run away. Harrison said the police was driving Andrew's car, and then
that's what I heard.
Andrew was in chain, the car stopped, and then there was a fingerprint. Madam, Dr. Kemi, I have driven that Mercedes. I was in Nigeria, I drove the Mercedes. Mercedes have no fingerprint, it has no contact eye to open anything. The Mercedes have no security. The tracking of that Mercedes is on my phone. The tracking of that car. So when they say that, I know they are lying. I say, Harrison, I called Harrison. I say, don't be a police spokesperson. The story they told you is a lie. I disputed it.
Somebody just posted now that Harrison said he was giving a report based on what the police told him. I thought that Harrison was being lied to by the police.
He was being lied to, and I came in. What I expect him to do is to listen to me. But what he did was that he went and began to say Andrew's friend, Ocheko's friend, who is an accomplice in London. So
he called you an accomplice?
The police tried to turn it against me. But I have my fact.
You can't enter Nigeria.
No, I will come to Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to us. Nigeria does not belong to them. That's what
nobody must arrest you. You must get everybody.
Nigeria does not belong to them. I think the problem is that people think Nigeria belongs to the few. Nigeria belongs to every one of us. I am a proud Nigerian. I'm a born Kogite. I'm a proud Egbira boy, and I'm a proud British. My country.
Yeah, I can enter. Anyone that wants to try me will get to Abacha first.
My country is my country. Nobody can tell me when to say something about my nation.
Yeah.
The attitude is too much. Look at the story. How does it make any sense? Two young people we are missing.
The whole narrative has changed now. Okay, I have a question for you now, Ben. We have to wrap up because I need to go to an appointment, and
thank you.
We were here. We started at 12:30 Nigerian time, Abi.
Thank you.
We're about to do. We're going to 2 hours now, Abi.
Yeah, almost 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up now, but this is the question I have for you, Ben.
Yes.
I saw a picture of Celine and Afiba on a bed.
Yes.
They look like Adeton or Joby. She likes to jump. That's the one that leaked my phone number. That said everybody should go and beat me in my house.
It was me that involved. Just I don't live close to me in my city in the UK.
You know, she's the one that started my own problem.
Yes, I know 100%. She's not there.
She always jumps into any form of activism that'll make her money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything that will make her money. Sorry, I'm trying to do something here. Oh God. Sure, you're listening to me. Okay. Sorry, I have an issue developing here. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, me.
Hold on. What I want to say is
Now take your time. We're fine.
Yeah, I've just been listening to me. I want to switch this. This was a big ball. Adeton Onajobi posted that video, and I saw Afiba and Celine in a bed. Inside that bed, listen to me.
Yeah, I'm getting you. Go ahead.
Inside that bed, my question is: inside that bed, the girls I saw look like they've been drugged.
Yes.
They didn't look dead. They didn't. Ben.
Yes, I'm listening to you.
They look like they've been drugged. They did not look dead to me. Shame here.
Now, this is the story. Just Adotu.
Tell me the story. Let me wash my hand. I'm listening.
Just Adotu was with me in this particular car. If this car can speak, she was sitting in this particular seat of my car. She missed her flight to go to Belgium, and she came back to meet me to drop her off at St. Pancras to take Eurostar. I put her in my car. We are driving. I show her the image. I show her the story. I open Harrison page and I showed it to her. Now, I show her that when I inquire from Andrew about these girls, this is what Andrew sent. Andrew, and I open Andrew message, not doctor. Data there. I said, this is the message Andrew sent to me and told me these girls are in my bed sleeping peacefully. I said, I'm concerned.
Andrew sent those pictures to you?
Yes. Andrew sent it to me on the 22nd morning.
And she said they're sleeping in my bed.
Peacefully. These are the girls they say I kidnapped.
Okay, let's talk.
Hold on. Hold on, please. Because it's very important. I know you are rushing somewhere. I gave this to Just Adotu. Just Adotu got to Belgium and went online and said the girl were unalive. Mr. Ben, the girl I saw on your phone, they were unalive. That's how I got into this. The video has been seen by the top expert, body language people. The girls were alive, but they were unaware that Andrew was making that video. That is what I said. I posted that video publicly on my Instagram page, which is my business Instagram, Niger24 News. Instagram tried to take it off. I wrote Instagram that I'm a journalist. This is a story that is highly interesting to Nigerian people. They restored that image back. It's there now.
Ben, are you a journalist or a blogger?
I am a blogger with a passion for truth. Everybody know me.
Because the reason why I asked is because somebody said you just go out there, you didn't do investigations. Guys, bloggers are not required to investigate anything.
Yes.
They blog. Blogging means web logging. They can take anything from the web, that's the internet, quote a portion of it, copy paste it on theirs, they change the headline, that's what blogging is. So copy and paste is part of the work blogging. I started blogging in 1999. I'm the first Nigerian.
Yes.
So bloggers are not required to investigate. Linda Ikeji is not required to do investigative journalism. Investigative journalism is a degree. Journalism is a degree. Investigative journalism is a news piece that we are required to actually investigate. Not every journalist can do investigative journalism. It's a news piece that I chose. Not everyone can report sports. I cannot report sports. I don't do sports news and I don't do political news. I don't do politics, and I don't do politics for me personally as an independent. It doesn't make money for me, so I don't do it. Some people think politics has a lot of money. When you're independent, it doesn't make money unless you take bribes and gifts and everything. I don't do it. Sports, I don't do sports. I don't cover sports at all. Investigative journalism, yeah. You have to have a passion for it. You have to be fearless. You cannot go to investigative journalism and be fear.
I have a degree in criminology, and it's part of my background that I use to look at things. And I believe that the reason Andrew communicated those facts with me is because he wanted me to relate the story the way it is. And this one was me.
And then one thing you said about the children, the young ladies' bodies. Guys, when Adetone said on her video that these girls look like as if they are stiff, okay? They were, what I saw was not death. I didn't see stiff bodies. I saw girls that were drugged.
Yeah.
I think Afiba was the one that had the leg up.
Yeah, the leg was standing, and the leg cannot be stiff and
a leg cannot be standing if someone is dead. So Afiba was, whatever it is, they were on some kind of drug. Maybe GHB, maybe GHB, maybe Rohypnol, I don't know.
Yes.
But they had some kind of threesome. Maybe they took Rohypnol. You know, Rohypnol is a day trade drug, make you sleep 12 hours. I don't know what they were doing there. They had an arrangement with Andrew, but at the end of the day, that picture I saw, I didn't want to get involved.
Yes.
I don't want anyone coming after me.
That picture is the picture that
what day was that picture?
Because when I spoke to Just Adoto, my interest was very clear. Let us highlight this case because these guys have been sleeping along the road in a hotel room. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that part is very important.
It doesn't make any sense. So, but the woman went online and shout and say it was unalive, oh, unalive. Hey, unalive people on their bed phone, oh, 100. And I was shocked. From that day to today, I have not spoken to her. This was a woman that cooked for me. I know her daughter. I know her husband. We eat together. But she get online and sold me out. Just Adetone.
Okay.
I can never forgive you.
You mean Adetone?
Adetone, I can never forgive her.
But did you see what she did to me?
What she did to you is a travesty.
That's what she does. She jumps on every activism case. If it makes her money, good. The Mohbad case didn't make her money. Did you see in the beginning of the Mohbad case? She was making videos saying she's talking to Mohbad in heaven.
This is my disclaimer to everyone out there. Beware of that woman. She does not do anything.
She changed the narrative.
She change the narrative on you. I am telling you, if you are dying and you need a help, don't call Just Adetone. She's only there for that 1 hour shouting, and then it doesn't favor her. She will drop you in a
now let me say something to you. Away. Let me say something to you. Francis Siakberu said this live video has given a clearer insight into this case. The Nigerian police will have a lot to look into. Now, me personally, I'm going to start writing on Medium, Medium or Paystack. You are familiar with Medium, right? Medium.com.
Yes.
And Paystack. I want to open accounts on Paystack and Medium. I want to be writing now as my pastime about everything and anything I've done, I do. Like I'm writing on my Facebook. Are you following my Facebook post on my traumatic childhood?
Following it. Yeah.
These stories are powerful. So I want to start monetizing my work on Paystack and Medium. I'm going to write a story about our interview today, and I'm going to post clips of our interview. Now, let me just say this to you, Ben, so you can know, because you're in the business of blogging like me. I'm still a blogger, 25 years this year. When we finish this live, for a few minutes, you may not see this live up because I'm going to be editing it, and it's the final editing that I will now repost. Because why? Because these people are stealing my content. Do you understand me?
Yes.
They took my mobile. I have not even edited Mohbad's father's interview. Many people took it and they were using it to make their own content. The problem is that I can flag everybody down on YouTube, on anywhere, and they will take their YouTube, they get strikes, but I don't have the time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Something I'm monetizing. So I want to do the same thing that Freeze does, where if you try to monetize my video, so listen up, people know. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? When I bring the final product out, if you want to monetize my video, don't do it. You will lose your monetization. Oh. Nigeria is monetized, Ghana is monetized. If you take my stuff, you will see a note that will say that someone is taking ad revenues from this video that you just took. So don't even do it. Okay? They will take down your monetization. But what I want to do is I'm going to edit that exclusive information that you gave us. I'm glad I did this live, and I can't find that it freeze. But listen, when I told Gwamishu to come live with me, that I'm bringing you in, Harrison himself may have gotten the wrong information. Do you understand what I'm saying, Ben?
Dr. Harrison discovered the body of Fandu, announced it to the nation without the police. Harrison discovered the body. Harrison said the body has been there for 30 days. It was me that disputed that body is fake. That body was already prepared to be given to Celine family. And I told the Celine family, that body is fake. These people are lying.
Did the body have a head?
They said the body does not have a head, according to Harrison, and the body has been there for 30 days. Where in Nigeria, a body would be for 30 days, and nobody will talk about it. Until 2 days after the pie Andrew, suddenly somebody phoned Harrison from abroad and said there's a body on the street of Aba. How is it possible?
Where is that body? Where is that body right now?
They should ask Harrison Gwamishunu should tell Nigerians where they got the body from and where is the body now.
Harrison, if you're watching, I don't know, Harrison, let me just say what's going on, guys. What is the big picture, the bigger picture here? I am sitting here, I'm going to be 60 in 3 weeks. People are still cursing me out left, right, and center. Twitter is gone for 3 days now. People are messaging me, oh, we miss you, we miss you. Please don't take advantage of things that was in front of you and then lose the opportunity. Some people are saying, please talk about Davido and Sophia. What concerns me? When I was talking about them, what did you say? Leave Davido alone. The thing I'm worried about now is we're all in the same boat for the same good. Whether we're working for the betterment of Nigeria or what, that's what Harrison, me, everybody's doing. But at the end of the day, we must not divert the truth away, because once you tell Nigerians something, it's in their head as that is the narrative. If you try to change the narrative, people will say I'm against Afiba and Celine. No. What is happening there? Harrison he's an activist. He may not even know that he needed forensic people before that body was touched. But he gave a clue on the curtain. The curtain inside Andrew's child is now being wrapped. Whose body is it? Nigerian police. The best forensic center is in Lagos. Have you sent the DNA of the body to Lagos to find out whose body it is? Is it the gym instructor? Is it Celine? Is it Afiba?
Have Nigerian police even spoke to us? Have they even addressed this publicly? They haven't.
So this is the problem.
The last time they told the nation that in 2 weeks, this is the 4th week. It's going to 1 month now. So this is the contempt they have over our people.
Okay, let me say this. You said something, Ben, you said something to me that you are giving me the exclusive, that Daddy Freeze didn't allow you to talk as you wanted. Max Bua is now saying, a commenter, Freeze never said a word. He gave you all the time to speak. You were at liberty to divulge, but you chose not to. Just to let you know, Ben, the Nigerian media does not report me. They don't touch anything I do because they downrate me. But now I got this exclusive from you.
Thank you.
Then they'll be forced to now post it because I'm the one that interviewed you here.
Thank you.
Now, the only thing, Evan Chiosa, Dr. Kemi, tell this guy, make you no come Nigeria. The only thing I want to say, is
You see what they are saying? Let me address that comment.
Because they're making you an accomplice now.
Hold on, ma'am. Evan, if you love freedom, you shouldn't put that fear. You should not allow a state whereby somebody who speaks truth is not allowed to enter the country. It should be like normal. It should be the right of the person to come to his land. When you find that narrative, what you are doing,
so you don't have
you
to
are
worry about
enabling
that.
the government to suppress the truth, and that shouldn't be your. You should make it clear that this is not allowed. Freedom of information and speech is allowed in our country. And what I'm saying is the fact: your police have failed you, the society have failed you, the institution that's supposed to protect you have failed you.
Udoka says Harrison was emotionally involved in the case, which wasn't supposed to be so. Now, you got to understand one thing, Kelvin. We're activists, and sometimes emotions can run through activists. I am an activist for gun violence, and I've seen 14-year-old boys killed in Chicago with white sheets covering them. 14.
Dr. Kemi, Dr. Kemi, do you know the 1.5 million Andrew gave to the police in Uyo Hotel?
Yeah.
When I challenged the police and I gave that information to Harrison that these people were robbing, Harrison should not be speaking for police. Harrison should not even talk for police. If there's anything, Harrison should tell the police to come and tell Nigerians what they did. Harrison went and collect the money in cash. The money that was transferred from a deceased that the police was in charge transporting. I don't know what kind of business Harrison have with the police to collect that money in cash.
You are saying that police transferred money to Harrison?
Harrison collected it in cash from the POS man that the police told me Harrison provided.
Okay. How much?
So Harrison is entangled in this case more than you know. You are a journalist.
1.5 million. Is that how much it was?
Yeah.
And if Harrison collected 1.5 million from POS, where was he? Who was he giving the money to?
Ask Harrison. That money should never have been touched. That money should have, the POS guy, the police officer, all of them should have been arrested because that is a traceable thing. I got the name of the POS guy. I got the name of the guy.
Are you saying Harrison stole Andrew's money now?
I don't know. I'm just telling you guys.
Okay, somebody's commenting. They said Ben said Harrison brought the body, and that the body and the curtain was staged.
The body.
Why is this?
Let me say it on your platform again. The body and the curtain was staged. The bloody traces that was showed was staged 100%.
So there was no body inside the bush.
The body in the bush was staged there. Somebody bought it and put it there.
A real body.
According to Harrison, somebody called him and put it there, and the body has been there for 30 days. I'm going to ask the 200 people watching right now, what are the odds on the street of Nigeria that a body will be on the street for 30 days?
Ben, are you saying that 30 days is badly decomposed? Well, 4 days. So Yvette was in the bush for 4 days and she was badly decomposed. 2001, my pharmacy partner, they kidnapped her on our way back from an event. Everybody went home. She never made it home. Yvette was in the bush for 4 days and she was badly decomposed. We could not even recognize.
The smell
is horrible. Human body smell. I never want to.
So how do you expect a body to be in the community?
Who said 30 days?
And somebody saw the body, days? And the person told Harrison there was no hand and there was no head. So the person went there and opened the bags and see there was no hand and head and run back to his house and begin to count the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, up to 30 days. After Andrew was spy, you suddenly call Harrison and say there was body there, go and pick it. And do you know what? Harrison did not contact the police in the community that there was a body in your community. Harrison traveled with the same officer that kidnapped Andrew for 5 days and pie him along the road to go and identify the body. The same officer.
Wait, are you talking about the officer that killed?
Yes, the same officer went back with Harrison to go and identify the body. The same officer that killed Andrew went back to Aba. They did not consult Aba police. Aba police was not aware they were coming. They just saw it on the social media. And it was the same 4 officers.
So the body in the bush and the curtains was all staged, is what you're saying, allegedly.
Yes, 100% staged.
Ben, do you realize that? Ben, do you realize you should be telling this to the Nigerian police? I know they can
told
see
them
that.
this. They are not ready. They were using Harrison and his platform to bully me, to say you are lying. They can never come out and dispute what I'm saying. I had them on the record.
Okay,
The Nigerian police dare not dispute it. This is a crime against the whole state of Nigeria. This is a crime against IG's office. How do you even... The crime is involved buying a body. The crime is involved buying a suspect. And let me make it clear. Andu is innocent until proven guilty. Our constitution said it. The country I live said it. You are innocent until you are proven guilty, regardless of the crime.
The money for the police officer.
Yes, Harrison collected that money.
You shouldn't be involved
in cash, and the police dash him 30,000 for thanks for coming for the charge card.
You should not have been in that mix.
This is the story that I've been pushing so that Nigerians can open their eye.
They will drag the activists into it. And Harrison is not that kind of activist. You know, Harrison is not that kind of activist. You know, this is what happened with Anambra RSS. They just changed the narrative and they made 2 officers become killers and all that. When it was the Nigerian army that even eliminated the one that killed the army guy. Nigerian investigations. The police is not doing well. It's their fault.
No, now this is what's happening.
You guys have already argued like mad on that.
I have given to you now. The rest of the journey now is this. I am going to be asking the British government to investigate the death of a British citizen in Nigeria. Andu arrived Nigeria with a visa, not Nigerian passport. So that is very important. So I am going to that channel because I know if I approach the British government, they have no choice. They will investigate it thoroughly because it's a black British. If a white British is spy in Nigeria, it will be highly publicized. So if a black British is spy in Nigeria, it should be highly publicized. And if you are a British Nigerian and you live in the UK and you think this doesn't concern you because Andrew have some cases in the UK, he should be taken out in Nigeria like that. One day, you too will be in Nigeria. They will take you out because you have a parking ticket issue in this country. All your children is misbehaving. You send them back to Nigeria to relax with your grandmother or your mother, and they went to club and they misbehaved, and the police will take them down. And because then people will tell you your daughter was a criminal in London, it's justified for him to be spy in Nigeria.
I have 2 questions for you. I'm really glad I posted on Harrison page that Scotland Yard should be talking to you. Now, Ben, you realize that you will be talking to Scotland
Yard. Am looking forward. I am cutting for it. Because I cannot wait to tell them the story.
Because a British citizen was killed. So you will be talking to
Scotland Yard. I have already spoke to British Foreign Affairs Office.
For you.
I have spoken to British African Development Office. I have spoken to the Embassy of Britain in Abuja.
Because Abuja. So, okay, the question I have for you now is this. With all that being said, Ben, how come you haven't done that until now?
I have been doing it. That's what I've been doing. I'm on it.
You've been talking to them. And
yes, I have spoken to them. They are on it.
The murder of a
this is not a choice. It's not that the British have a choice. I know the system I lived in for 20 years. They will investigate it. This case will be discussed in Parliament.
Investigation now.
They have opened the investigation.
Okay, listen to me, Ben.
And it will be in the Parliament. They will discuss this matter in the Parliament.
If the UK embassy, okay, and the Parliament and the UK government open an investigation on the death. You see the way we do it in America. The death of an American abroad is not even fun. If the UK government, UK police, UK embassy have opened an investigation on Andrew's death in the hands of a Nigerian police officer, okay? Now, if they've done that, you got to be careful because they're going to be feeding on what the Nigerian police is giving them. Do you understand me?
I am giving them facts.
This is why your video and your interview with me is very, very important.
Yes.
So when we finish now, I'm going to archive these videos away and then I'm going to download them, edit them hurting somebody before the Nigerian so-called authorities do something. We have no database in police station. I've been to Ghana, Ben, 4 times in the last 1 year. And when you go to Ghana police, sure you hear what I'm saying. I had to go to Ghana police because there's a trafficking issue in Ghana. Nigerian girls are lined up on the streets at night from Lagos Avenue to name it, prostituting. And many of them come as trafficked from Nigeria. Who they told me I'm going to work, nanny, all that, and then they made them sex slaves, seize their passport. It's happening. You see how many they rescued last month? 28. So I was in a Ghana police station and there were computers on the front desk. Have you ever seen that in Africa, in Nigeria? If you go to Toronto police, there's computers on the front desk. Hello, ma'am, how are you? Can I help you? And the person said, please, I want to file a police report. I want to get, there's computer databases. In Ghana, they have computers, desktops, not even laptop, or desktops in front of them. Ghana police has K9 and they have K and 9 on the truck. Dogs. I was there in March for the African Games. All the K9 dog trucks were there. Their police cars are not Hilux in Ghana. Ghana police is regular police car, right?
Yes.
They don't use Hilux and all that nonsense. They actually practice policing. When is Nigerian police going to change? So, Ben, are you telling me now that Nigerian police protected Andrew? Are you okay over there? Is something happening?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just moved my car backward a little bit because other vehicles want to park. Yeah,
okay.
Fine. I'm fine.
Ben, are you saying that Andrew was protected by the Nigerian police in the sense that he may have been paying?
Oh, I do play, bro.
One time, DJ, come in the building.
You almost made us to lynch Ben, even though Ben does not deserve it, and begin to talk, say, "Oh, guy, you know something. Why all this nonsense lie?" They will keep quiet now. They're not talking. They're not talking. To lynch Ben.
House and the body has been there, and then he's suspecting that an activist.
He has removed activists from his name.
Yeah.
He has removed human rights.
Man, Harrison, God help him.
Somebody will come and tell me, "Oh, why you put Harrison? Why every day you talk about Harrison?" Because we can't even talk about the police. Because okay, today now Harrison has given us a report that he has previewed to the investigation police has done. Now, yes,
police spokesperson,
official one. He's the other man. He's the one that collect money from the police. He's the one that give them POS. He's the one that talked to Afiba family. He's the one that talked to Celine family. He's the one that found body. He's the one that do all these things. Come on, guys. We know that we're not, all of us are not from Asaba now. Asaba people. Two body was in the bag. Turned out to be one year chicken that they went to buy from somewhere in a cotton. And then he said, "Oh, take notice of this cotton, oh. They haven't been to Andrew's house." Harrison is already said, "Take notice of the cotton."
The one that told us that somebody from abroad, they found him of the body.
Yeah, he's the one from abroad, and another farmer can't show them.
We said it in the first video. You know, then when he posted it, he was like, "Oh, saw two body, and it was in the bag and stuff like that." I commented on the stage, and I was like, "You saw two body, but you're showing us one." And then you said the body was in the bag. How come is that wrapped in the cotton?
And they say it was 30 days there.
I commented on it because everybody following him or everybody on the stage is not just, you know, a fool. Like, you cannot just come, "Oh, they called him, two bodies have been found," you know, and already you've known that the person is fair. So for somebody that has a body that has stayed 30 days or so, then you need to still be fair. Does it even make sense?
Nkiru, Teresa, hold on on TikTok, please. I saw a question, or I don't know what I said. Comment. Nkiru, good evening. You said investigation, since it's the one that know all about the girls and Andrew. Nkiru, what do you think we are doing here now, please? Nkiru, I want you to come up. Don't hide. Nkiru, let me copy. Please, Nkiru, come up, please. Come up. I like your name, Nkiru. Nkiru, I got there again, ma. They are going to come on. Nkiru, please come up. Click on that. You don't have to show your face. Just talk. You say, Mr. Ben. You say Ben has refused to aid the investigation. He's the one that know all about the girls and the Andrew. Come up, please. You know they don't come comment now. The same Nkiru said, Nkiru, we're waiting for you. He said, I want to know why Oga Sabio is telling that woman that interviewed Mr. Ben that they have found evidence that showed that Mr. Ben is a co-accomplice. You can go to, if you take this question to Sabio's, copy the same question, go to Sabio now if it's live, drop it there, they will block you within a minute. Carry the same question, and you will come back here to say they have blocked you. Can you take this question there, please? Eh? I know Nkiru, I know one Nkiru that is very smart, very intelligent. I don't believe that your name should be allow me to say what I want to say to you. If you don't want to come up, have a good day. I know your motive, but I hope I can treat your fuck up. Let's go. People are just...
Now, Mr. Ben, sorry, let me just comment on something. You know, Harrison said they found a body, you know, he got a call, they found a body close to Andrew's house, and the body has been there, and then he's suspecting that it's a fair person. But, you know, from my biology that I study, you know, not everybody is, you know, used to all these stuff. A body, once a person dies, it's in the next 2 hours, the color of the complexion of the person changes.
Mm-hmm.
So how come a body has been close to Andrew's house for like 30 days, and you now know that it's a fair person? The body is fair. It might be Celine's body. Does it?
Because that was the script they gave to that movie. They gave him a script. They have already planned. If I did not come out, I guarantee you, Celine family would have accepted that body.
You just came. The body is still fair for a body that has stayed 30 days.
He came online and he told that the freeze. He said the body we saw was a fair complexion. I think they're still going to do autopsy. I think that may be Celine because Celine is fair. He said it.
Imagine.
He said it.
When you made that video, and then I heard it, I was like, shit. This is just nonsense. This is nonsense. Because you cannot tell me that somebody that have died for like 30 days, the complexion is still there. That was when I knew that he was just this is something fishy is going on in this case. This is actually trash. This is trash. And then I also commented on his page because when you said two okay.
One guy come one. I think he wants to come up with something.
Okay, yeah.
Faila, put somebody down, please. Somebody should go allow him to talk. If we did not do that, if I would have kept quiet in this house here that day, just let me carry on with my job, mourn my friend, forget about the matter, don't talk. The next thing they will do, all of the money they collected from Andrew, they will settle Celine family. They will give them the pole bearer that will cover the whole body. They will allow them to sight it. And then they will go and bury that chicken. Or they will even go and bury stone and return that chicken back to wherever they find it from, wherever they borrow it from.
Harrison told us two bodies. Why is it that up until today he has not showed us the second body? He has not talked about the second body that they found. He only showed one, and they used one of.
And nobody is asking him a question. It was two bodies he told the nation, and we contribute money for him for two bodies. Then he quickly went and started doing GoFundMe.
Exactly, GoFundMe for autopsy.
And to buy gloves.
Dropped account number.
Buy gloves. Onyoshi.
So why has he not even talked about the GoFundMe? Say, okay, do you know that even till now, he has not even stopped the GoFundMe? Onyoshi.
He will not collect that money. Onyoshi guamunushu. Onyoshi cable. Onyoshi. Thief. Everything is a thief. How are you? Hey, we got Afiba brother in the house.
Please wait. This is wait. Let me read it for you.
Thank you.
Wait. Tell everybody they should be silent. I want to read it.
Hold on, please. Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead. Everybody should be patient, please. We are listening.
Hello, Ben.
Yeah, Pat, good evening. Pat, hold on for a second.
Okay.
Because we got Afiba, senior brother, in the house.
Okay.
So, if we did not that day speak out, what these people would have done, they would have quickly passed that body to Celine family. Then the next day, or even the same day, Guamanishu, we tell them again they found another body. And Guamanishu will start raising money. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. We did not hear you. You mute yourself. Or mute yourself. Go. We can hear you. Why are you muting out now? Falila?
I'm here. I'm not mute. I'm here.
Falila, talk to Afiba brother now. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me take two people down first so that we can see maybe okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, hold on. Let's wait for him. He said he wants to read something out for us. So what could that be? Ladies and gentlemen, we will find the truth and we will recover Afiba and Celine for the family. So whoever is holding them should leave them. Harrison has been fighting tooth and nail for blessing. Somebody think I'm doing this for blogging. At least I'm not lying for blogging. We're not lying. Let somebody else go.
Yeah, I think he has dropped. Maybe you can bring him up again or something.
He has dropped completely, so it's not even on the request list anymore. Let's wait for him. So if Pat, go on, please. Pat, go on. We got Pat on the YouTube. Pat.
Hi, Ben.
Yeah, go on. Your mic is a little bit it's echoing.
Oh, yeah, it's always the case.
Just go ahead, please. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, is it better now?
It's manageable.
Okay, so you just give me time. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay, take your time then. So, going forward, we're going to be exposing these lies. Whatever report they bring out next tomorrow, we'll press them until they tell us the investigation they did. Because they cannot arrest any police officer without arresting this clown here, their spokesperson. And the person is protecting, Blessing and Darlington.
to enable them break down that door, because you can't break down somebody's door without permission. So
but at this point,
they
they
could not give
should
them
hit
landlord's
it.
number. Landlord, they now gave them the lawyer who is managing the property, and they now spoke to him that this is why they want to do so, you know.
Right.
So that was how they got approval. They came back and they were hitting the door with the leg with some iron until the door, they forcibly opened that door. When they opened that door, that's where we now saw those lineup of okay, the other room has the lineup of shoes. But this room they opened, that's where they saw phones, some handsets in the room. So I did not send out those stuff they saw in that place. There are evidence I cannot post.
Of course.
On social media.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
Suddenly, there's the evidence he can't post. There's evidence he can't post. All of a sudden, Harrison is not posting evidence again. I don't know how anybody can still listen to this guy and don't call him out for who he is. So, this was the lie that almost destroyed my life. Probably could have give a fake body to family member and make them lose hope. Go ahead, Pat. Hello? This is the lies.
When you listen to the suspense Harrison was using to describe how the other room was about to be broken, like you were expecting to say maybe they found human hair.
Human hair, a table where they are cutting people.
Because he actually took his time to create suspense.
He took his time. He took his time to create suspense. He took his time. It's like the music. You think movie. Then you are expecting one dramatic thing to happen. Then you just saw one tiny chicken pass by. We're like, is that what we're expecting? I thought there's going to be lion.
Because they discovered handsets there, handsets. They discovered sellotape. Rachel said the man sealed her mouth. They discovered the sellotape from that room. They discovered vibrators.
So the sellotape was the one he used to sellotape Rachel's mouth.
That the leftover was in that room. No, and then later his people are angry. But this is not what we say. This is what he said. He don't be mad at me.
The sellotape is a mighty thing. It's just like GUN.
And there was a vibrator there. They have a special room where they keep vibrator. The vibrators. This guy, I have headache all the time I listen to this guy lies. You guys don't even know the job I have to do. I have to constantly catch him. I think Harrison, now before Harrison cough like this, is Ben listening. You look around, because if I cough now, Ben said I didn't cough.
Medications like for energy, for men, for sexual stuff, and the rest of them. They discovered
they found medication for health stuff, medication. So they have a special room where they lock. There's a medication there, and there's a vibrator there. I don't know how big that vibrator may be.
So how does all of those things connect to the
organic harvesting
stuff?
Yes. And you know the funniest thing about Nigerians or our people generally. Now they have seen that the guy is fumbling, is lying. All of his lie has been breaking down. Instead of actually coming and say, "This guy, you deceive us. You're an idiot." You almost made us to lynch Ben, even though Ben does not deserve it, and begin to talk. Say, "Oh, guy, you know something? Why all this nonsense lie?" They will keep quiet now. They're not talking. They're not talking. They have kept quiet. They have kept quiet. All of them that are calling their daddy, they're on YouTube calling the Sabio their daddy, Mama of 5, that clown, Odofofo of internet. She doesn't have content if I don't talk anymore. Just to come out and analyze what I say.
Anybody that has sellotape in their house now, that your house
now organic harvester, according to Mama of 5, a nurse. I don't know who gives this certificate of nurse. Mr. Ben, you could have changed Andrew. You couldn't change your daughter. Your daughter was stealing credit card. Your daughter, you say she was involved in fraud. Instead of creating content that actually align with your gift, you want to carry lie to be your gift.
The thing that was even paining me in that interview is that Sabio was just doing,
Sabio was shaking his head.
See one big and important thing that will aid the investigation, you know. It's really a potato. You got the name well.
It's potato. It's Mr. Potato.
But really, let me look at it this way. Andrew could have been an SEX. Which is okay. There's no crime in that. It's part of the human, is him being human, you know, an SEX split. But then, why are people, you know, sitting on their moral high horse and judging him by that? To be the worst person on earth, and it should have changed what's wrong in being an SEX split.
If you listen to Harrison describing how Andy take chop Rachel, if you listen to it, you will cry. You basically begin to shed tears. How a human being, adult, open his mouth. And Rachel Mumu, I don't believe Rachel say all those things like that.